Good morning. Oh, there I am. My name is Jennifer Trantham, and I represent you guys on the Board of Trustees. And I was going to share this morning's announcements. So to begin with, and I know you have these on the back, so I'm not going to read them exactly as you have them. I know. The Tomball Gallery. Check out the New Mexico Watercolor Society show in the Tomball Gallery starting Friday, March 7th through April 13th. Also, if you're interested in being a docent, please see Lorraine Johns or Kathy Cox, and there's more information on the back of your order of service. There is a drumming circle on March 15th, and again, you can see the back of your order of service for more information. This quarter's Change for Change recipient is the Dharma Horse Equine Sanctuary, which provides lifelong care for rescued horses, mules, and donkeys. Please give generously to support this important work. And on that note, if you are interested in helping select the Change for Change charities, there's a meeting after the service on Sunday, March 16th. Lunch will be provided as you hear from advocates for the nominated committees. Our nominated charities, I'm sorry. For more information, see the back of your order of service. There are new UU classes starting on March 23rd, and there are a series of 4 classes for the new or not so new UUs. These classes are designed for you to learn more about Unitarian Universalism. Please read the information on the back of your order of service. I think I said that probably too much of this, but anyway. There's more information on the back about how to sign up, the dates, the facilitators, and so forth. The General Assembly this year is in Baltimore, June 18th through 22nd, where you can find out what congregations are doing to grow, change, and explore. Jan Thompson is attending and is open to having a roommate to help share the costs. And she also goes to all of these and has lots of information if you're interested and want to learn more about it. And lastly, one of the wonderful things about being a UU is the freedom to share our thoughts and concerns, particularly in this time of uncertainty. If you have thoughts or concerns about national, state, or local issues, you're not alone. Starting this Sunday, as a way to give voice to the comments, questions, and concerns members may have about national, state, or local issues, a discussion table will be available after the service during coffee and conversation time for anyone who would like to engage in conversation and discussion with others. It will be located in the room adjacent to the RE Great Room, so grab your coffee and come and join us. Thank you.
Our opening hymn, our gathering song, is number 131, Love Will Guide Us. I don't have the music in front of me, I'm lost. So if you would all please stand, rise as you're willing and able, and the words will be on the screen.
Green to giving, Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Las Cruces. We welcome those of you who are in the sanctuary and also those of you who are following us on streaming technology on YouTube. I'm Charlie Scholz, your service associate for today. Our service leader is Sam Palahnuk, who's right behind me there. Our minister is Reverend Rod Thompson, who is not in the pulpit today. Our guest director of music and pianist is Rich Richens. He's joined by the marvelous... Yes, he's joined by the marvelous UUCLC choir. There they are. Our director of religious education is Kelly Ingram. Let's see. Assisting us on tech are Elwyn Nunn on camera, Claire Neal Wallace on audio, and Mike Yazko on streaming technology. Mike also produced the slides that you'll see on the screen. The chalice table was prepared by Diane Lee and Jillian Lang. And your greeters, whom you've probably already met, are Jane Ash, Susan Hitchka, and Greg White. And hospitality, which I'll talk about in a moment, is offered today by the membership committee. We're all delighted to be here with you. Now, if you're visiting us today, we'd like to meet you. If you're in the sanctuary, please rise in body or spirit and introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from. But wait until I bring the microphone to you so everyone can hear you. So, do we have visitors today? Are we on? Very good, Claire. Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Daniel Bernstein. I'm here with my mom, Deborah Bergman. Here for the first time and glad to be here.
Wonderful. Congratulations. Oh, you do? Oh, good for you. I like your sweater. Sir.
Hi, I'm Mick Parent from Wisconsin. First time here today, but long time UU. Stay for a couple of months every winter. We're doing some snowbirding and curious to see what you guys are about. My wife, Jennifer.
Jen, the wife.
Thank you, Jen, the wife. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Carol Nilsson. I'm here with my friend Gabby, who's out of town and normally goes to UU. So I'll hand it over to her.
Hey, everyone. I'm Gabby. I'm here visiting from North Carolina.
Okay, we got a cluster here.
Hi, my name is Trudy Scholz. We're from Menifee, California, and we are just visiting with you today with my sisters.
I'm Bill Schultz. I'm Trudy's husband, I think. Here you go.
I've seen that happen before.
Yes.
I'm Colleen Bagley, visiting from Iowa, and here with my two sisters this morning. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Gail Finley. Bob, my husband, and I are from Mankato, Minnesota. Cindy Backman was in the same UU congregation as we are. So we ran into her yesterday at the market, which was so much fun, and here we get to see each other again today. We were here 2 years ago.
Well, I guess you covered me.
Yes.
We covered the husband this time. Yeah, so we're cool. That's good. Welcome all. Glad to see you all. Anyone else? Okay. Mark, you wanted to introduce yourself? Are there anyone online? No, no one identified themselves. Okay, thank you. If you were a shy visitor, then you can still fill out a visitor's card and make sure you do that so we can get you the information about our other services. Let's see. We have, this is our commercial. Okay. Unitarian Universalism has no creed or dogma. We're a covenant-based church that we agree to live in relationship with each other according to the Unitarian Universalist principles and values and our congregation's covenant of respectful relations. We believe in freedom of religion. We embrace diversity in all its forms. Everyone is welcome here. And you can learn more about our church at our website, uuchurch.org. I'm sorry, uuchurch.org. UUCLC.org. Thank you. And please join us after the service for coffee and conversation inside or outside the Religious Education Building, which is just down the breezeway. Sir?
These opening words are by Gretchen Haley. Every little thing that breaks your heart is welcome here. We'll make space for it. We'll give it its due time and place. For the wanting, it represents the longing for something more, some healing hope that remains not yet healed. We promise no magic, no making it all better, but only offer this circle of trust. This human community that remembers, that sings and prays, sometimes awkwardly. This gathering that loves, though not yet enough. We're all practicing, after all, still learning, still in need for help and partners, still becoming able to receive all this beauty and all the gifts that each of us bring. Come, let us worship together.
Our chalice lighting words this morning are from Reverend Julianne Lepp. They're entitled, A Sturdy Flame. We light this chalice with hope, a sturdy flame we nurture in these difficult times. We light this chalice with the best heart of compassion for a nation divided by politics and strife. We light this chalice knowing that it will take all of us to repair this world that we live in. May we find rest, compassion, and the hope that we need to nurture ourselves and each other. And may this sturdy light remind us of the people we can be and the difference we can make in the world together. Would you rise and bow to your spirit as we say the affirmation of covenant? And then we're going to sing the doxology in English and Spanish. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve others in community, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with creation. Thus do we covenant with one another. I have in my script that Sarah Thomas is going to read the Time for All Ages. And there she is. Oh, my goodness.
As Kelly would say if she were here, good morning, church.
Good morning, Sarah.
Okay. Are we ready with the book? Today's book is The World Needs Your Voice. It's by Peter Reynolds. And starts with say something. The world needs your voice. Mine? Yes, yours. Go ahead. It doesn't need to be perfect as long as it's from your heart. You don't have to be loud. Powerful words can be a whisper. You can say something in so many ways, with words, with actions, with creativity. If you see someone lonely, say something by just being there for them. If you see an empty canvas, say something with your brush. If you see an empty lot, say something by planting a seed and watching it bloom. If you see someone being hurt, say something by being brave. Hey, stop! If you see something beautiful, say something with a poem. Painted meadows splashed with rainbows. If you have a brilliant idea, say something with confidence. Eureka! If you want to show the world who you are, say something with style. Ta-da! If you are angry, say something to help people understand. You made me feel invisible. That really hurt. I'm really sorry. If you see an injustice, say something peacefully. No more hurting people. Peace. Inspire others to do the same. Sometimes you say something and no one will be listening, but keep saying what is in your heart, and you will find someone who listens. Keep saying it, and you may be surprised to find the whole world listening. If you are grateful for being alive, quietly say something to the stars, to the universe. Some people find it easier to say something than others. I hope, I believe, I wish, I'm ready to change the world. Join us. Together we can, I imagine. But everyone has something to say. So when you're ready, say something. Your voice can inspire, heal, and transform. Your voice can change the world. Are you ready to say something? By Peter Hamilton Reynolds.
Will you please rise and bow to your spirit and join us in our opening hymn, which is a classic, number 123 in the gray hymnal, Spirit of Life. And the words will be on the screen.
And what we tend to do is we sing it through once, and we kind of hum it for a little bit of the second verse, and then we start singing again when we get to blow in the wind. I think Mike has all the humming cues and everything up on the monitor. That's the way I sing it.
Sing in my heart all the stirrings of
One of the ways we care for each other is through the sharing of joys and sorrows. Another way we do this is through our stones and water ceremony. We have all the basic elements of life here in the sanctuary. Spirit is above us. The individual spirit may be represented in our stained glass windows around the room. Water is essential for hydration, and the rock is from the earth for stability. Air is all around us, full of life-giving oxygen, and a breeze, occasionally, to carry away cloudy thoughts. The fire in our chalice is providing a guiding light and the warmth of community. So if you have a joy, a sorrow, or concern that you feel, we'd like you to come forward and take a stone and drop it in the water and say to yourself, silently, that joy, sorrow, or concern that you feel. I'm going to add one last stone for all the joys and sorrows and concerns that were kept in your heart.
Down and troubled, and you need a helping hand, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll the sky above you should grow dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow. Keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll hear me knocking at your door. Just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Good to know that you got a friend when people can be so cold. They'll hurt you, they'll desert you, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh no, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know? Ain't it good to know? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh yeah, now you've got a friend. Yeah, baby, you've got a friend. Oh yeah, you've got a friend.
It's me again. How can you fix something that you don't understand? We've heard the warning and we feel it in our bones that our democracy is in danger. Like many of you, I'm frustrated that it's even possible for us to have gotten where we are right now, with such division and hate. I couldn't seem to wrap my brain around what motivates people, so many people, to behave in ways that just don't make sense to me. It seems irrational, hateful, squarely against everyone's best interests. But how can I fix something I don't understand? I'm going to tell you a story, a true story. One event launched me into a journey of seeking to understand. Although frustrating initially, one event led me to understand something I previously literally could not understand. During the last census, a friend of mine was an official census enumerator. I want that on my business card. And his job was to go out into rural New Mexico and and ask people simple questions like, what's your address? What's your phone number? How many people live in this house? Do you rent or do you own? That's about it. But he relayed to me that there was one particular resident who kept repeating, I'm not answering your questions. I don't want the government to know where I live. Now, this is curious because he was on Social Security and he was getting checks to his address. So something tells me the government knew where he lived. But he wouldn't relent. He would not give any information to my friend. Now, I just couldn't understand. couldn't understand this. And I mentioned it to friends, and no one else could understand it either, until one day I spoke to a young woman who'd grown up knowing this guy. And she said, "Oh, I can tell you what that is. His wife died 10 years ago, and he's been collecting her entire Social Security check and his entire Social Security check." Now, he could have just told the Social Security office, and he would have gotten half of her check. But that wasn't enough. And I was just sitting there going, why did my brain not get this? And it's because I'm not a criminal. I don't think like criminals. And it's okay for me not to understand him. And, you know, he's digging his own grave, that guy. But, so that was a moment of like an awakening for me that even though I think I'm pretty smart, I don't understand how everyone thinks. And sometimes it takes quite a bit of effort to get there. So anyway, now the same thing goes for voters. My mind boggles that anyone would vote for somebody who's incompetent and inexperienced, an adjudicated rapist, for example, or even a convicted felon. To better understand, I began learning from history, which tells us how demagogues do it. And they use a well-worn, highly effective process to rise to power. And that playbook includes exploiting people's grievances and offering simple solutions to complex problems, exploiting frustration with the current system, whether it's over poverty, corruption, fear of immigrants, a sense of national decline, presenting themselves as saviors who are the only one who can solve these problems, avoiding responsibility by scapegoating to small or vulnerable groups of people via religion or ideology or national origin. Promising stability and order by suppressing dissent and eliminating individual freedoms. Manipulating information to control the narrative through the control of media. Using emotionally charged language to play on fears, anger, and national pride. Promising select groups benefits and privileges in exchange for their loyalty. Using bullying and corruption with perhaps a corrupt police force or military to silence the opposition, and making big promises, delivering nothing or very little to the average supporter. When the promises fail to materialize, they're never at fault and always somebody else's fault. Creating a torrent of chaos that wears us down and pitting us against each other so we fight with one another rather than fighting the manipulator. With a new understanding, we can see that the wannabe demagogue is actually only a symptom. This is important. They're just a symptom of the root cause of the problem, which is that we have these people who have characteristics that they can be taken advantage of. Some of those characteristics are they face economic hardship, social isolation, or political instability. They want simple explanations and quick solutions. They want a sense of community and belonging and shared purpose. They've lost faith in the system, be it the government, the media, education, other institutions. They lack the critical thinking skills and are misologists. That means people who hate learning. So it might be less able to identify the propaganda and logical fallacies coming from the demagogue. They fear rapid social change, which can create anxiety and uncertainty. And they see promises to restore traditional values being absolutely necessary. They tend to consider the world to have been a better place in the past. Now that we better understand what's going on, what can we do to help heal the world? That's part of our job. And do it without dividing it more. We need to remember that some of these folks are so indoctrinated and fully ossified that they cannot be reached or persuaded. Any effort will only make them steal their resolve and make them dig in their heels. So it's so frustrating when the people direct their anger toward the people telling them they're being lied to, rather than the person who's been lying to them. It's good news right now, thankfully, that we're experiencing some buyer's remorse. And there's an increasing number of people who are actually speaking up. I don't know if you heard about the Republican town halls and what's going on there. And so there are people now who could potentially have their eyes open to what's actually happening. Now, Unitarians can and should make an effort to reach out to people who show signs that they're being receptive, but of course, avoiding anyone who's dangerous or violent. As we say, we can live our values in order to heal the world, which is in our covenant. We do it anyway. So UUs have a unique position of offering compassion, because remember, sometimes anger from other people is a sign that they're hurting. This includes a focus on being friendly and welcoming to that community or people from that community. People in this church, and by extension, UUs all over the country, can do this right away because we are, as I said earlier, uniquely positioned to offer healing. UUs encourage diverse perspectives. We say everyone is welcome. We have to mean that, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we feel victimized and rejected, but UUs all say all people are welcome. We have to be kind and welcoming to help others feel less isolated and less desperate. You'll see how these principles work to satisfy some of the needs that these voters have. Our 7 principles, along the 6 values, can serve to provide time-tested, simple moral guidelines that can slake the hunger for simple solutions to complex problems. It's in our books. On the website, too. UUs tend to embrace ethical decision-making, evidence-based thinking, and live a life of integrity, compassion, and justice, or at least we try. This encourages critical thinking skills which are so desperately needed in this world right now. UU youth programs can give children access to discussions and social justice projects and rites of passage and programs that helps them explore their place in the world. That's how you get a place in the world. Many UU adult programs, ranging from book groups and discussion forums to workshops and retreats, focus on spiritual growth, exploration, and the issues of justice that can provide an outlet for somebody to be heard. Many UU congregations also offer multi-generational, more coffee next time, programs that bring people together of all ages to learn and grow together, which might help some connect with new modern ideas. It won't be easy, especially if you, like me, have stopped interacting with these people in order to save your sanity. Oh, I can tell you stories. But there are many things we can do that are safe and are healing. We can make an effort to invite family members who might not think they like you in a friendly way to neutral activities such as birthday parties, neighborhood cleanup events. Our church's big auction is an excellent idea. Or your next barbecue. In other words, give them a chance to see what kind of life they could be living without pressuring them to change. Lead by example. Be friendly and patient. Avoid telling anyone they're wrong. Trust me, that doesn't work. And I've tried. And despite the overwhelming urge to do so, avoid the old, "we told you so." Instead, show by your actions what happiness and community and family and neighbors can be like. It can be pleasant, and it's right here for you if you want it. That the others aren't nearly as evil as they've been told. Make me statements about how you perceive the world, how happy and positive it can be catching. They might realize that happy is better than hateful. This is an opportunity to practice your UU principles, baptism by fire, and teach by example. We must turn our beliefs into concrete actions, even if it's difficult. Thomas Jefferson once said, "All tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for people of good conscience to remain silent." I have remained silent long enough, and maybe some of you have too. But that doesn't mean we should shout and argue and create a scene. That's not doing anybody any good. We can spread spiritual love to people when it's needed the most. It is possible to love somebody you don't like. It is possible to love somebody you don't agree with. And it is possible to love somebody you may never fully understand. Anyone who's raised teenagers knows what I'm talking about. Maybe, just maybe, in time, with our help, they might see with their own eyes that they've been misled and manipulated, and maybe they'll join us. As Howard Zinn said, we don't have to engage in grand heroic acts to participate in the process of change. Small acts like the ones I've mentioned, when multiplied by many people, can transform the world. After all, love is what we're all about here. And we should love those that are even pretty unlovable. Remember, love is the doctrine of this church. May we all have the courage and dedication to reach out to others in need, and they are in need. The self-control to be kind and understanding and polite, and the patience to let the seeds of our loving efforts grow and replace the rancid weeds of despotism. May it be so.
The operation and outreach of our church needs your input and your contributions. This is a perfect time to think about what you can give back. And in a moment, the greeters will pass among you with the offering baskets, and we ask you to please give generously. But before they do that, I should remind you that we do support organizations identified by our Social Justice Committee with what we call our Change for Change program. This quarter's Change for Change recipient is the Dharma Horse Equine Sanctuary, which provides lifelong care for rescued horses, mules, and donkeys. Please give generously to support this important work. You can do this by actually putting your change in the basket or by writing Change for Change on the note line of your check.
We receive fragments of holiness, glimpses of eternity, brief moments of insight. Let us gather them up for the precious gifts that they are, and renewed by their grace, move boldly into the unknown.
Would you rise as you're willing and able to sing our closing hymn, number 1012 in the Teal Hymnal, When I Am Frightened. Would you please join me in reciting the words to Extinguishing the Flame? The words are on the screen. We extinguish this flame, but not light